Welcome back, everyone, to episode 3 of Bachelor Mondays with your Steinbach Pistons. Hope you guys had a great week. We're excited to bring this episode to you tonight. We're starting off with Tyson McConnell, change it up a little bit here. Colonel, let's talk about the one-on-one date with Elise. I know she wasn't necessarily my favorite or any of the guys' front runners, but how do you think she did on the one-on-one?
She did a really good job, and I think she made a super good impression on Colton. I wasn't so sure about her at the start, but then she kind of made a good impression on me too. You know, she really took control of that date and made the most of it. And I think she had a great relationship with all the kids, and I think Colton really appreciated that.
Well, honestly, I didn't even know who Elise was until she got that one-on-one date. So it's good for her. You know, she did well. She loves kids, so yeah, that definitely stuck out for Colton, I think.
I thought that was pretty cool, especially involving all the kids. When Colton told Elise that it wasn't gonna be, or that it was going to be a group date, I kind of knew something was up. It's not like he was gonna bring on some of the other girls. So no, I thought it was a good experience. I think that's kind of every kid's dream and young adult's dream, to have an amusement park to themselves. So that was pretty neat. One
thing about Elise, she is 31, Colton's 26. Do you think that is gonna come into play here?
I don't think so. Maybe way down the line, but for now, I think she's safe for now, and I don't think that's going to come into factors. Maybe the final two.
I think it actually might play a little bit to her advantage. I think Colton wants someone that's more mature and ready to settle down, because I know that he is, and I think that could actually play in her favor.
At the start, I never really gave many of the older women a chance. No disrespect intended. But I think out of the older women, she has the best shot.
Tanner, now we're going to talk about the first group date with the whole pirate jousting thing. What did you think of Kaylin and Tracy's little fight they had there?
Thought it was kind of cool. Not something you can do every day. There wasn't too much substance to what they were actually doing, to be honest, but seeing them hit each other with big cotton swabs was kind of neat, so that was all right.
Well, I liked the battle between Tracy and Kaylin. Other than that, it was kind of a lame date where a bunch of girls just pushed each other off with, I don't even know what you call it, judo or something. Other than Kaylin and Tracy, it was kind of boring, but those two make everything exciting, so I mean, I enjoyed that.
Tracy and Kaylin beat the crap out of each other with some jousting sticks. What did you think of that whole group date?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. It brings me back to the days at the Holiday Inn in Winnipeg. They got the pirate ship there, so you know, that was pretty cool. Like they had to save Colton there, and they were getting pretty feisty, and those two got some major beef, so they keep the show pretty interesting.
Speaking of beef, how do you think Hannah B was taking that Kaylin was getting so close to Colton?
Yeah, she's definitely not taking that very well. I think Caitlin's kind of rubbing her the wrong way, and they have beef from way in the past from all this Miss America stuff that's going on, I guess. So I guess they've just been enemies right from the start. So
if I had to tell you to pick one between Kaylin and Hannah B, who would you say is the quote-unquote crazier girl?
I think Hannah B. She's been very aggressive in saying basically like that there can only be one of them on the show, where Kaylin's not played the victim, but been more
kind of sat back, right?
Yeah, she's sat back and been more open and honest, and that strategy doesn't always work, but I think it's paying off right now.
Definitely Hannah B. All the boys are sitting here like, what is she doing? Nobody knows what's going on. She says like some outrageous stuff sometimes, so yeah, I would say Hannah B for sure.
Honestly, not completely sure yet. I'm leaning towards liking Kaylin a little bit more. But, I mean, you never know. Both their stories are kind of intertwined, so I'm not really sure who's telling the truth here.
Personally, I think it's going to be Hannah B that comes out as the little chaotic one, but we'll have to see, because it is kind of back and forth, and the stories aren't really adding up. Okay, talk about the last group date now, the stretching one. I know you were getting a little giddy for it. Yeah, you were, Tanner. I know you were getting a little giddy for that one, Tanner. What did you think of that?
Yeah, you know, got my boy out there, Terry Crews. All beautiful women out there working out. What can be better?
I'm sure that was probably one of your favorite dates so far this season.
Yeah, for sure.
I think think it went well. I liked that date actually because it was kind of down to earth. Like a lot of these dates they go on are probably dates that they'll never able to really do again, and most couples don't really do those kinds of things. So this is sort of something that you could do as a couple on a semi-regular basis. Once Colton finally picks someone, you could go work out together, go to the gym. So obviously there's still a competitive aspect to it, but I thought that the realisticness of the activity was a good idea.
I think it went pretty good. I mean, all of a sudden, all the girls are big fitness girls and whatnot as soon as Colton brings out that date, and a few of them did a little better than others, but I mean, everyone gave a good effort. I guess that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that matters. I think if you're more into the fitness aspect of the game, I think Colton's gonna like you more just because he used to be an NFL player and now he works out all the time. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so. It definitely played into a few of their hands.
Let's talk about the upcoming weeks here. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you got to say to the fans here before tonight's episode?
Well, I think it's going to get pretty crazy. Stuff's going to start to heat up. I think Hannah B and Kaylin are going to continue their beef, keep the show pretty interesting. And it doesn't really matter what happens as long as Cassie stays in it. As long as Cassie's just doing her thing, it's all good.
So you're still Team Cassie?
Yep, Team Cassie.
All right, Kurt, thanks for coming on. Glad to have you back this week, and we're excited for a good episode tonight.
I'm trying to keep a modest mindset here moving into tonight and just letting everything happen.
Are you still going with Nicole as your front runner?
Yeah, she's still my go-to.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Colonel. Hoping for a good episode tonight, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks for having me.
Quick question. Do you have any sponsors you want to shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out new pop brand coming here at the Crush.
Anything about Maple Leaf Drilling? Nothing about Maple Leaf Drilling. Thanks for coming on, Kurt. I appreciate it very much.
Still going Cassie all the way. I was a little upset that Caitlin didn't make it on just because she was from Toronto. But yeah, Cassie all the way, and Colton's a man rocket. So
okay, so I guess you can that chapstick rub was for you, Colton. That's all we got for episode 3 of Bachelor Mondays with your Steinbach Pistons. Thank you guys for watching. We're hoping for a great episode tonight. So we'll see you guys next week. Deck, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Anything you want to say to the fans?
Nope. Thanks for watching.
All right. See you guys later.